We're in South Korea with the new Kia EV5.
What's an EV5 and who gets it? It's beeping, Andrew.
You are pressing the accelerator pedal.
Limiting acceleration.
You are pressing the accelerator pedal.
Oh yeah, that snap.
Well, we figured out what was going on there. Acceleration limited assist. So in the safety, you can turn on a setting so you can't do those snappy accelerations.
No, and I think that's a great idea that safety feature is in there, especially if you own an EV and you're teaching one of your young adults, teenager to drive. I think that limit is fabulous.
But Andrea, teenagers in about 2 minutes we'll figure out how to switch that off. Anyway, that's what they had set up for us. They obviously don't trust us, Andrea. All right, so let's get into, it's an all-new EV from Kia, the EV5. What is powering this?
It has an 81.4 kilowatt hour battery with a 160 kilowatt electric motor with up to 530 kilometers, 329 miles of range on the European test cycle. Expect about 20% less for the North American test cycle. Front-wheel drive models have 215 horsepower and 218 pound-feet of torque. All-wheel drive models, 261 horsepower and 284 pound-feet of torque.
And of course, an EV has pretty good acceleration. Front-wheel drive models 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 8.4 seconds. All-wheel drive 7.3 seconds. Well, this is not the first time that we have seen the EV5. They brought one in to Toronto and we went and looked at an exclusive event. Yeah. And you know what? It struck me right away as, first of all, it's the right size. Yeah. And it's the cool styling. But the one they had for us was made in China.
Yeah.
And where is this one made?
This is made in South Korea. They changed that when I started asking questions about where it's made. And guess what? The U.S. is not getting this. I think it's a mess.
Is it because of tariffs? People always say, leave the politics out of it. You can't separate politics from the auto industry. It's not possible. We're guessing because they don't want to pay a tariff on this car and bring it into the United States, Canada as a free trade agreement with South Korea. This, in my opinion, Andrea, is exactly the EV that people want. It's the right size. It looks like a regular EV. Doesn't look weird. And yeah, I think it's going to do really well.
You know, it's the versatility and practicality and then the design, that boxy design that consumers are looking for today. They want a vehicle that looks like this. And of course, when you go with a boxy design, then the wheelbase is also good and you get that interior space that you want. We're going to do a dimension comparison coming up, so stick around for that, between the Sportage and this. So it gives you a good idea how much more space you're getting or less space compared to a biggie like the Sportage in the compact class.
Yeah, but you know what? If you just said this is the new Kia Sportage with a new design and it was a gas or hybrid model, you go, oh, that Kia's got a new car.
Yep.
And it looks like the rest of their family. So that's what I like about it. And it's perfect size. Like the EV6,
yeah,
you know, with this sleek profile and everything, that was nice, but this really is what people want, I think.
But the EV6 has that sporty design, and maybe somebody who's single might like that kind of look. They don't have a family yet. I get that.
The single person's going to get the EV3, Andrea. We're still waiting for that one to come, but apparently that's coming too. They have so many vehicles that they're bringing to the marketplace. Is it the right time or the wrong time? You guys write below to introduce a vehicle like this with EV mandates gone in the U.S., they're on the ropes in Canada, and you don't have rebates any longer. It's going to be interesting to see, but I think design will play a key factor in the success of this.
Design and price point. People are looking for more affordable EVs, and Kia says with this vehicle, which is based on the 400 volt platform, not the 800 volt like the EV9 and the EV6, they've done that because they're trying to make more affordable options for consumers. So Kia wants an EV for everyone with different budgets.
Okay, pilot over there. We've been driving now for about an hour and a half on some beautiful twisty roads here in South Korea. How are you enjoying it?
I like it. It feels planted. It feels like a typical electric vehicle. You've got that instant acceleration. There's lots of power. Passing power on the highways, no problem. But this is going to be a great city runaround too because of its size. Maneuverability is great. And the steering feels good. It actually has a heavier feel to it. I like it.
Okay, so the interesting thing is when EVs first came out, when they were doing two-wheel drive, it typically was rear-wheel drive. And now there's this movement towards front-wheel drive EVs, which if you get the front-wheel drive model of this, that's what you get. The all-wheel drive, you get the electric motor at the back as well.
The brakes feel very precise. You've also got iPedal 3.0 on this model, and you can control the regen braking with the paddle shifters. I like the idea of having paddle shifters just because everything is at your fingertips. There's quite a few drive modes. You have normal, eco, sport, my drive, and snow mode.
And we also have subscribe. So what are you putting it in now, Andrea?
Well, you got to put it in as for subscribe. And if you can hit that notification bell, you'll be notified when all of our reviews drop, and then you can watch them.
And we do this, a couple car review twice a week. The first one drops on Wednesday.
We put another one out on Saturday.
Even when we're on the road in South Korea, those videos are dropping. They're all loaded and stacked and ready to go, and you don't want to miss any, so make sure you subscribe. Okay, let's get into the looks of this. I really think this could pass for a more modern version of the Sportage or Sportage that is available in the marketplace now. It just happens to be electric. Key part of the design of this is the lighting package they put on the front and the back, and they make it really broad and to the outer corners of the vehicle. It gives it that blocky, grounded, athletic, and solid feel.
Yeah, it's got a nice silhouette to it. You have some rugged looking bumpers and just that boxy design. We see it with the Hyundai group in general with the EV3. You've got the EV5 and the EV9, but even Hyundai going with the Santa Fe has been a big hit, just going with a boxy design element. It's like that Range Rover vibe. People love it.
I've said for years, everything ends up looking like a Range Rover. One thing I like about sitting in the car looking forward is you have these bulges on the hood that accentuate the front fenders, and you feel like you're driving a more substantial vehicle. I think the styling is absolutely on point. So tell us below, what do you like? I like particularly the lighting package. I'm not crazy about the slashes where the license plate is.
Yeah.
That's my only thing I would change, but one other thing, Andrea.
You know, I am thinking the exact same thing that you're thinking right now.
Ready?
Let's do a 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Floppy door handles. We don't like our floppy door handles. We like a more solid, chunky door handle.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, the design of this was started years ago, and the trend is away from this. We'll see if this keeps up in the years to come.
So the visibility is good. You've got large windows. It's easy to get in and out of this vehicle. The doors are a little bit wider. It's going to be perfect for a family. A family cannot go wrong with this if they are looking for an electric vehicle. And if you don't want an electric vehicle, you've got the Sportage.
Sportage. Yeah, I think it's really disappointing that they're not making this for the United States market. Or maybe they'll end up making it in the United States eventually. But I think this is I think a lot of U.S. viewers that watch our channel, Andrew, are going to be like, I want me some of that.
For sure.
And they don't get some of that.
Yeah, they'll be disappointed that it's not going anytime soon.
And the other one is we drove yesterday. I did not have on my bingo card at the beginning of 2025, Andrea driving a work van.
Come on.
But we drove the PV5, which is the electric work van that is also coming to Canada and not to the United States. It really made me warm in my heart, Andrea, you driving a cargo van.
Put me in a car with a manual transmission.
Yeah, check.
Put me in a cargo van.
Check.
And by the way, it didn't even have a rear view mirror. So I used my side mirrors.
Check. Gold star, front of the class.
Put me in an EV. Put me in a 3-row SUV. I'll do them all.
You get a complimentary spanking.
Now, if you haven't watched that PV5 video yet,
please watch it.
Please do. The EV5 has 6.9 inches of ground clearance. It's got Kia's signature EV Tiger Face grille, 3-dimensional star map lighting, 18-inch wheels available, 19-inch and 20-inch wheels. The rear has combination taillights and a spoiler that elongates the vehicle, making it a little bit more aerodynamic. This comes with a tire repair kit.
Well, I am on the edge of my seat, Andrea, because Andrea has looked up the size of this compared to the Kia Sportage. She's kept it under lock and key, even blocked my internet so I couldn't look it up myself. I'm guessing, Andrea has all the stats, it's going to be bigger for passengers, maybe a little less for cargo. Place your bets below and we'll see if I get a gold star.
By the way, I'm not that aggressive that I would block his internet connection, but anyway.
Just play along, Andrea. So what do you think of the inside? I think we've seen this movie before from Kia with their EVs.
Yes, Kia's doing a really great job with their EVs. It's clean, it's modern, it's simplistic design elements. I like the floating center console. I think it works really well to clean things up, but also providing that storage that families want. This is a huge storage unit at the bottom. At the center console, you can tuck things away. It's not very deep, but I think you'll find it to be fine. Wireless charger, a couple of cup holders, and even the door pockets are good. You can put a couple water bottles.
But the overall layout works really well. Like I said, we've seen this in other Kia cars, and especially their EVs. You get the one big panel there with multiple screens behind it, information or the instrument cluster in front of me. Then you've got your HVAC controls and then the large Navi screen. But all the materials in here are nicely done. There's matte combination of materials and colors. Now they've gone away from what they call piano black. It's now piano gray, Andrea. But I think the shiny hard plastic in gray is way more tolerable.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'd like to see it all gone. I don't really like shininess, but I like the matte finish. But the different textures make a big difference. It just is more appealing to the eye, and even the color combo with the darker and the lighter, you see it on the steering wheel, but the seats, and then you've got this cream color on the door handles. As for the screens, 12.3 inch touchscreen with navigation, wireless, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a 5-inch HVAC screen, and a 12.3 inch digital driver display.
Okay, so we are here very early driving this. This is going to be coming to Canada in 2026, but all the packaging has not been announced for our market.
No.
But let's go through what we can see in this top trim and probably coming to Canada.
Yeah, I like the idea of putting the buttons for heated and ventilated front seats as well as the heated steering wheel on the doors. It reminds me a lot of Mercedes-Benz. It's just easy to access for the driver and the passenger. There's driver's seat memory in this test model with 2 settings. We've got a panoramic sunroof, Harman Kardon sound system, as well as heated rear seats.
Yeah, and it's really comfortable. Excellent outward visibility. Now that I'm back driving here again, Andrea, one thing I'm noticing is really good big windows and big side mirrors. You know what the outward visibility reminds me of?
What?
The Forester. You know, the Forester has those big windows.
That greenhouse effect.
The greenhouse effect. This has got the same vibe going, and the big mirrors are a plus for sure.
I just want to add, it does have a power driver's seat and a power passenger seat with a height adjustment. Man, I love a height adjustment, even if it's a manual one. This is power operated.
Okay, should we show me getting in the back seat first, and then we'll go through all the specs? Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, so here's me getting in the back seat of this new EV5. You can see, because you have a long wheelbase for the battery platform, there's plenty of legroom. It's boxy, so you get plenty of headroom. How does it stack up?
The EV5 has 43.9 inches of front row legroom, which is 2.8 inches more than the Sportage. Second row legroom, 40.9 inches, just slightly less than the Sportage.
Okay, now we move to the cargo area. You lift it up here, and underneath there's extra storage. That's where you put your charging cable. There is no spare tire. How does it stack up?
Cargo space behind the second row is 34.1 cubic feet, which is a little less than the Sportage, and overall cargo space 73.4 cubic feet, which is about the same. You even get a small frunk, so that's something the Sportage doesn't have. It's 1.6 cubic feet.
So I was kind of right. A little bit more at the front, a little bit less in the middle, smaller in the cargo, but I think they actually targeted that vehicle and said, let's just make an EV version.
Yeah.
Pretty much what they did.
Yes, and that's the beauty of Kia's lineup. You can get this, it's a pure EV, but you can get the Sportage, gas model, hybrid, plug-in hybrid. I also want to add that this comes with relaxation seats and massage. And guess what they've added?
I don't know.
Pet mode.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love pet mode.
Yeah, it is a clever idea. And you know, tip of the hat to Tesla for kind of coming up with that. You can leave your pet in the car, you adjust the temperature, it's not going to get too hot on a hot day. I think that's a great idea.
Yes. Now there's no pricing yet. Pricing will be announced closer to the on sale date for Canada. And this has an 11 kilowatt onboard charging at a DC fast charger with speeds up to 150 kilowatt. This will charge from 10 to 80% in 30 minutes.
That's good.
Also, this one will be equipped with a North American charging standard.
Yeah, we've seen that already. We drove the EV9 recently and it had that new plug, so people are happy about that. So I gotta say that Andrew and I were talking before we turned the camera on. We're coming towards the end of the year and we're thinking about vehicles that will make our top 10 list. This has mightily impressed me, Andrea, because it's exactly what I believe. I'm not going to speak for you, but what I believe people are looking for. I've said it over and over. Why do electric vehicles have to be weird? This is exactly what people want.
It's definitely a contender for sure. I also want to add towing capacity is coming in at just over 2,600 pounds.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be the car you choose if you're going to be towing a lot. So this is an exclusive first look of the EV5 exclusively for the Canadian market. And what do you guys think of that?
Thanks for watching. And if you like what you see, make sure you subscribe and we'll see you next time.